Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Jazzy Symposium. I'm Jazzy. Today is not Politic Monday, Poetry Tuesday, New Music Wednesday, New Trend Thursday, or Open Discussion Friday. This is just a bonus video for y'all. I've just had some things on my mind that I think like maybe need to be discussed or, just kind of addressed in the black communities, and not just the black communities, but overall. Okay, so it's two topics. One is parental. It's about parental. The second one is about mental health. So let's get to it. All right, so we'll start with parental. Matter of fact, we'll start with mental health. There are a lot of people out here in this world that thinks that something is wrong with them. There's been a lot of people that's been convinced. There's been a lot of people that truly think this. And not to say that mental health conditions and issues don't exist. What I'm saying is many times that's not the issue. So we have it's so many, our mind is our biggest muscle, right? This thing computes all type of stuff, good and bad. It's like a computer. It takes in everything, every single thing. But like your computer, you gotta have a antiviral, protection. Why is that? Because you might receive the wrong message, tap into the wrong thing, and guess what? It creates a virus, which means a whole mess, dysfunction, or whatever in your mind. It's the same thing. A lot of people think that they have mental conditions, but a lot of people don't have it. They just ignorant, and they lack knowledge, and they don't know. It's so many type of things that can throw your mind off. Just because you have an off day, or maybe because things didn't go as planned, or maybe you're stressed one day or under distress, that don't mean you got no mental problem. Or even thoughts that, that don't even mean that. Because all type of thoughts come sometimes to, nobody is exempt from it. This is just the makeup of your mind. That's why people say cast down the bad thoughts and keep the good ones. Because everybody experiences it at some point. Now, there's a lot of things that can contribute to these thoughts. You have environments. Say your family dynamics, or your friend circle, or where you live, or anything. These things can contribute to your state of mind, or where your state of mind is at. If you're around a place or environment, a family or your friend circle, where they're always projecting negativity onto you, always got something bad to say about you, always crazy things going on around you, you know, you don't have no support system, you always be down, you don't know what to, you know, how to pick yourself back up, or things like that, this can contribute to your mental state. Does that mean you got a mental problem? No. It's your environment. It's also like you gotta take care of yourself too, cause it's a lot of things that contribute when you don't. If you out here eating wrong and eating, if you out here eating, these are racist people. They do this every day. Come through, terrorize. I don't know who they're trying to terrorize. I guess it's me or something. But they do this every single day. But anyway, it can be your the way you eat. If you eat bad and you don't get your fruits and vegetables in, and your nutrition and your minerals and things like that, it can throw off your mind. If you're eating processed food all the time, if you're eating fast food all the time, these things can really alter your mind. And you be wondering around why you feeling depressed, not feeling energetic, feeling out of sorts, not feeling your best, because that contributes to your mental health as well. And it doesn't mean that you would have developed some mental condition, because you can't develop no mental condition from that or your environment, but it definitely can contribute to why you feel the way you feel or be feeling. Thirdly, we're living in a world amongst a lot of witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and wizards. And they, like, we've heard about these things all our lives about, you know, like on movies and things like that. And then, you know, God talks about it in the Bible to stay away from these things and these people and this type of stuff. It's because this stuff is existent. And not only is it existent, it's a lot of bad people that practice the stuff, and a lot of bad people that do a lot of bad things to people. And a lot of it sometimes have to do with your mind, like mental magic. They have so many things that they can do, that they do. So before you ever go thinking something is wrong with you, before you ever go trying to seek some help from somebody that can't even help you, because what they're trying to give you does not really align with what's actually going on with you. Before you go and try to seek a doctor, you need to evaluate those three things: your environment, your eating habits, and if you could be subjected to some witchery. Because I'm here to tell you, even if you go to try and get help from a doctor from a spell that's been done on you, it's not going to help. Like, how can you go get help physically from a doctor, get medicated for something that's spiritual, that's not even a physical problem. And that's why some people be thinking things are wrong with them. They go to the doctor and they come out worse than what they were before they went there. Because how can you medicate a spiritual problem? It's nothing wrong with your mind. This is spell work, spell casting. So now you're going to a doctor to get medicated for something, for a problem you don't even have? What do you think this is going to do to your mind when you don't even have a problem in the first place? It's going to mess you up. So you need to evaluate these 3 things. For real. Your environment, your family, your friend circle, where you live, things like that. And just see if these things is contributing to it. Like the way people interact with you, the things people say, what goes on around you every day, your sleeping patterns, or how your friends, do they project negativity onto you all the time? Do your family, talk down on you all the time? Like, you gotta actually think about these things, because this could contribute to why you feel the way you feel. And that's not a mental problem because somebody make you feel some type of way. That's just somebody making you feel a type of way. That's your environment, what you're being subjected to. And then your food, if you're not eating right and you're eating these processed food with all these hormones and chemicals and antibiotics and things and all this stuff in these frozen meals and in these animals and things, and you just eat poorly, don't eat fruits and vegetables and stuff all the time, this will literally alter your mind. And that could make you feel certain ways. And then thirdly, like I said, wizardry. These witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and wizards. And they're projecting and spell casting. Yes, this is for real. This is not no Harry Potter stuff. This is really what's going on out here. And it's more prevalent than ever. It's not hidden anymore. We all know about it. They talk about it everywhere. It's not like it's a secret anymore. So you need to evaluate those 3 things before you ever think something's going on with you. And then once you narrow the stuff down and figure out what it could be, if it could be any of those 3 things, then you need to start eliminating and kind of trying to recultivate your space. Because there's some things that can make you feel certain ways that make you, people can make you feel like something wrong. If you got the wrong people around you, like, you can just be having a bad day, somebody pissed you off, somebody said the wrong thing, and you can have like a friend that's just jealous of you, can come and just be like, oh, you something wrong with you, you just this, you just that, and it don't even be you. It be something like justifiable, something somebody did to you, something like that you had a natural response or reaction to. But if you have the wrong people around you, they can seriously plant these seeds up on you, in your head. So you need to make sure you got the right people around you that mean you well. Everybody ain't walking around here with no mental problem. People are walking around here with spiritual problems. People are walking around here with spiritual problems. That's what's going on. Truth be told. That's a lot of what's going on. It ain't mental at all. It's not even physical at all. This is spiritual stuff most of the time. And for spiritual things, you got to go to God. You can't go to no doctor. No doctor can fix that. A doctor can add to it and make it worse. How can a doctor that's trying to heal or fix a physical ailment fix something that's spiritually going on with you? So now you taking medicine you don't even supposed to be taking, and now your head, you wonder why you feel worse than what you did at first, why you so thrown off, why you feeling crazy, because you was never crazy to begin with. You should have never went to the doctor to begin with. Like, you should have prayed to God. No medicine can fix no spiritual problem. How you fix a spiritual problem when you dealing with spellcasters and these witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and wizards? You pray. That's your defense. That's your defense. Tap into God. A lot of things, a lot of people, it's nothing wrong with them. They just around some witches, warlocks, sorcerers, or wizards, and they are like doing work on them. Pretty much. Like, nothing be wrong. Like, absolutely nothing be wrong. They just be around some people they need to get away from ASAP. So I hope y'all took a token from this, gained some type of knowledge. And not to say that some people don't have mental problems, because they do. Some people do. Some people was born with the imbalances. Some people are born with certain things, but a lot of the time, I swear to y'all, that's not the case. We walk amongst many faces, many things, many spiritual things, and baby, it's not always good. And these things can affect you. So, before you ever go thinking something's wrong with you, make sure you evaluate those 3 things first. And I mean thoroughly. Take your time to evaluate these things. Make sure it ain't neither one of those things first, before you ever go trying to seek some help from a doctor that don't know how to solve no spiritual problem, when that might be what it is in the first place. God can fix that. So, about this parental, I want y'all parents to be more open to your children. Don't always be in that I'm your mother, I'm your father mentality where you like shut down communication because you feel like you supposed to always run stuff. Like, yeah, we are the heads, but yeah, do you understand that your children have feelings? Do you understand that your children have a mind of their own, things that they think, things that they feel, things that they want to discuss, things that they want to discuss? Do you understand that your children need to be heard too? Like, they need to be heard. Like, they need to be heard. It's not all about you as a parent. Because you never know what your children be feeling. You don't know what they be going through. If you always trying to dominate, always trying to have the upper hand because you the parent, like, you shut a lot of things down, or you shut a lot of things out, and you make them shut down. You have to have like an open door for your children to come through to talk to you about anything. But if you got this parental, this overly dominant personality about your position in their life and just overbearing, you're going to miss out on a lot of things about your child or your children. They're not going to want to tell you nothing because they don't feel comfortable doing so. That don't mean you got to scoop down to be their best friend, even though you need to carry that energy too, because that makes them open up to you. But a lot of parents need to understand that their children have feelings too. Their children have feelings too. Their children have minds too. Their children have concerns too. It's things that go on with them sometimes that like they really probably want to talk about or need to talk about. But if they don't have that safe space to come and talk to you as a parent because you always dominating and got this old overbearing, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy type of mentality, you do what I say, this, all this type of stuff, you're not going to have that type of bond you need to have with your children to be able to come to you about anything. Yeah, they're your children, but do you understand that these children and these children of yours are their own person? Do you understand that they have their own personality, their own thought processes, their own mentality, their own likes, their own dislikes, like their own beliefs, their own everything, like they're their own individual person, like they're not you? So how can you get to know your child for real if you're always trying to dominate them and always trying to make it feel like you always above? Yeah, they naturally gonna respect you, but some of y'all go above and beyond to like make your presence fearful or dominant. And you don't have to do all of that. And then like some of y'all with these whoopings, let me tell y'all something. I have 4 children. Only one got whoopings. One. That was my oldest. But it came a time in my life where I just, as a mother, felt like that was not right. That wasn't the right thing to do. And it's because I had a change in my thought processes. That children are receptive to just love. You do not have to whoop them. And yeah, they make mistakes, and yeah, they do things, and Yeah, they get off track when they teenagers and stuff like that, but you don't have to whoop them, I promise you. You can come out on the winning side and the winning end just leading with love. It do way more than whooping them. If you can sit down with your children and help them to understand their errors and help them to understand what it could lead to, the things that could happen, and then give them an alternative of something else that they could do, then what's better than the mistake that they're making? And then top it off with some love. I promise you, and I mean genuine love, I promise you they will take to that way better and more to that than they would take to you spanking them. I don't believe in whoopings. I just don't. I don't believe in whoopings. I think that children are intelligent just like we are. You can sit them down and talk to them and they'll understand like anybody else. And if they don't understand, you help them to understand. And you can set them in the right direction. But I don't believe in whoopings. I know God said spare the rod, spoil the child. But I think that was metaphorically. I don't really think that was really whoop the child or spank the child. I think that's correct the child is what he's actually saying. And I actually think that when he says train the child in the way that they should go and they will never depart from it, that's that love I'm talking about. And your guidance when you sit down and talk to them and tell them right from wrong when they make errors. And then top it off with some love to let them know like you ain't mad at them, but you know they got to get it right. So I think that we should lead with love, and I just don't believe in whoopings, y'all. You know, I'm black, but hey, you know, most black people believe in whooping. Not me. I don't whoop my kids, you know, my children, and I wouldn't want nobody else whooping on my children because I would have a problem with that. Because kids or children can learn through talking to them. You don't really have to whoop them. You don't really have to spank them. You actually can sit down and have a intelligible conversation with them, and they will comprehend it. They'll get it. They'll feel it. They know when something is genuine. They'll take to it. It'll register. Like it'll penetrate those barriers. So, you know, I know everybody loves their children. Many of us, you know, many of us. But you know, some people I think have made the mistake of whooping on the children. That I really think that caused something else. I don't think they caused the child to straighten up. I think they caused the child to build a resentment, disdain, dislike, and make them want to rebel even more. I don't think that really fixes the problem. I think the best route is to sit down and talk to your children with love when they make mistakes or they make errors, and you know, kind of chastise them that way with letting them know the consequences behind what could happen from the errors that they make, or the choices that they're making, or the mistakes that they're indulging in. And I think they'll get it. Like, seriously. And who better to learn from than your parents, your mother, your father? So I don't think it takes a lot of popping and all of that and whooping. I don't think so. Because it put me in the mind of back in the old days, you know. Well, you know, black folks used to get whipped and whoopings. That's what it put me in the mind of. You know. So I don't really think that children need to be whipped or need whoopings or scolding and, you know, things like that. I really think that they take well to love and loving gestures and just straight talk. So if you love your children, I challenge you to be that in their lives, like just a loving parent. You don't have to whoop your children. It's some people that, you know, they grew up on that. So now they do it to their children. And it's like a cycle. But if you ever notice kids that get, if you ever notice kids that get whipped and whoopings, I'm glad y'all can hear this. I'm glad it's caught red-handed. This is what I be telling y'all about this noise campaigning and stuff. This is what be going on like every day, every other day. For real. So, I challenge y'all to, instead of, you know, whooping on the kids, you know, take that out the equation and start replacing it with just loving gestures and teach them genuinely in the way that they should go, train them in the way that they should go. And then when they make errors, you know, just give them the consequences that could happen if they continue down that road. And just make sure you do it all with love. But like I said, a lot of people grew up on this stuff, so people think that's just what it's supposed to be. But every time you see people that done been whooped a lot, they be aggressive, don't they? They be aggressive. They be like hard. That's not the way we're supposed to be. Can't no love penetrate no hard and hard. No hard and hard and hard. So you gotta make sure you fill these children's hearts with love. And even if you grew up on this, you know, being whipped, because, you know, a lot of our parents come back from those days. You know, they come from those days. So this is what they know. They thinking this stuff is the right way. So, but that might just be the case, but be the one that break that cycle, be the one that break that curse, and just understand that maybe that stuff worked for some people. But I don't think it worked for all people. So just like focus on trying a different approach. A different approach with your children as you're trying to give them parental guidance. Like, try to do everything with love. Like I said, a lot of people are scorned from childhoods and things like that, and they don't even know how to love. They don't even know what to do. But all you gotta do is just be genuine with your children. Kind of be calm. And when they doing wrong or they've done wrong, offer advice. Correct them by pointing out the error, and then pointing out the consequences, and then pointing out the alternatives or what they could do that's better than what they did do. So help them to think. Help them to explore their minds to make different, choices and make better decisions, when things come about. It don't always have to result in no whooping or some stuff. Because I don't really get that. I think why my oldest son got whooped because my dad used to whoop me. My dad used to definitely whoop me. My mom didn't, but my dad did. And I think it just kind of, like I said, it's kind of ingrained in us sometimes. But I know when I became a parent, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted to do. No. It just started making me feel some type of way. Like, why am I whooping him? Like, I don't, like, even if he did, like, I don't want to whoop him. I can sit down and talk to him. And when I started talking to him and sitting down and talking to him, things got better. So, yeah, just try love and approach with love and try to do things with love and try to, like, subtract the whoopings or, anything of that nature. Just try to be more calm and more genuinely loving towards them when you're trying to correct them from some type of error that they have made. Kids do great things when they feel love. Kids exude a great energy when they are loved. Kids become great things when they operate in love and when they've raised up on love. So, this is all I can give y'all, and I just hope somebody take to this and apply it, and just make the best of your parenting. Leave lasting good memories with your children. Not them getting whooped and stuff. Like, try something else. Don't do that, please. So, I want y'all to just think about this. Try a different approach. Start leading with love. Start training your children with love and with direction. and just try another approach. Don't whoop the kids. Please don't whoop the kids. I don't like that. But to each his own. I'm just giving my input, my opinion, just my thoughts. So maybe it'll help somebody. Maybe it's something somebody wanted to hear, been waiting to hear, need to hear. And if someone takes to this and it changes the situation that they might be having going on at home with their children or something like that, then y'all make sure to reach back and comment and thank me, honey. Give props where props are due, okay? But that's all I have, y'all. Y'all chime in, let me know what y'all think. And just let me know. Okay? Let's talk.